Mr. Barnes, may I call you John?
Sure.
Okay, I'm glad to see you. You left precipitously last time.
Yeah, and I should apologize for that. I don't mean to let my temper get the best of me.
Okay,
and,
all right.
That wasn't very professional of me, really.
Well, that's all right. You're not supposed to be the professional in this setting.
Yeah.
It'd be bad if I stormed out.
Well, yeah.
Please don't.
I don't intend to.
I did want to say that.
Well, thank you very much. But actually, what it's about is not politeness as much as it is about the importance of hanging in there when things get difficult. Because that would be called, using psychobabble, avoidant behavior. Avoiding, finding a way to just get out of the picture, get off the playing board. And it's really important when we do this work to hang in there.
Right.
Aside from the fact that it was devastating to Rosemary.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, too.
He apologized at home.
So where are you guys this week? Aside being right here.
Go on, John.
Well, we're back. Rosemary told me how important it was to her to have me come back and share in this, for lack of a better word, this process here.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm here.
What would you like out of this process, as long as you're here? What would you like out of it?
Well, if we could just sort of get back to where we were, I think. Just back to at least, if there wasn't so much maybe tension between us, I'd feel a little bit better.
Where do you think the tension is coming from?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's coming from Rosemary. I really do. I think you're just nagging me a little bit more.
Well, she's reacting to something, right? When somebody is nagging, they're reacting to something. What do you think about your behavior she's reacting to?
Well, it is true that that I'm spending more time at work. That's very true. That's very true. And I'm sure that must get on your nerves. But I think I've explained to you why I'm doing it. Maybe I could turn down a few requests to stick around after work when it's really not work. I've been
You mean socializing?
socializing with the rest of the guys in the
Does
company.
the socializing that you do improve the outcome of your income? Does it, if you're socializing, does that lead to more money in the end?
Well, there's always the, if you've got a certain camaraderie, you want that to keep going. And I think it does help in terms of team building, perhaps. But honestly, no. No. I don't have to. I don't have to go drink with the guys after work to get a paycheck or to move up the ladder.
All right.
I don't have to.
All
do
right.
that.
Would you say that you would prefer to go out drinking with the guys than to go home?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Do you need to relax in that way after work? And I think you said last week you used to be home at about 6, or you mentioned about you used to be home at 6. So what time do you usually get home now?
Well, I don't know that there's any pattern to it. Sometimes I'm home 6:30, sometimes maybe 8:30.
Come on, John. What time do you get home?
Oh, come on, I don't think there's any pattern, like I always get home at a certain time, that I'm always late.
Rosemary, do you make dinner for the two of you?
Yes.
So when you come home at 8:30, let's say, would
No.
you like it to be hot for you at 8:30 or?
Well, sure. I mean, but let's be fair, I usually call when I'm going to be that late. I don't just leave you sitting there with a hot dinner.
But you don't. John, I can start if you want me to. I can get a little pad of paper and I can write down what time you get in every night and how many times you call me during the day and if you've called to tell me about whether you're coming home or what you were doing.
So you're saying that he doesn't let you know that he's going to be that he's going to be home late. So there you.
He does sometimes. I'd say maybe not even 50% of the time.
So do you get that call at 2:00 in the afternoon? Do you get that call after you've already made dinner?
6:30 when he calls.
I see.
At the time he should be walking in the door. No, 10, 15 minutes after he should be walking in the door. Then when he's late, then he calls.
Well, okay, that's something I can work on. Okay, great. I'll try and get home a little earlier.
I don't know. Are you asking for him to come home earlier, or are you asking for him to contact you early enough in the day to let you know that he's not going to be coming home at the usual time?
Well, yes, and certainly I can eat dinner later. I like eating dinner later. We can have dinner. I can have dinner ready at 7:30, and and I don't like to eat the second he comes in the door. I mean, I like to sit down and relax a little bit, let him relax a little bit, and then eat. I can't stand that, running in, eating, and then turning on the TV, or going off to read, or going off to play music, or going out to do stuff in the basement, out to do stuff in the backyard. Anything to get away from me.
Well, that's not true.
Oh, that's how it feels.
Well, that's not true. Now look, you've changed too. I mean, I'd like a little bit of credit here. When you were sick after the accident, come on, I was there for you, right? I mean, I was there.
No, you weren't.
In the hospital, and taking care of you afterwards, and there in the waiting room after surgery, and
yes, you were.
And I helped you with physical therapy. And I helped you up, and I helped you to the bathroom. I mean, I was a good husband.
Yes, you were. But
I was there for you, and I was there through your recovery. And I think now, when you should be getting better, that you've changed. I mean, there, I put it on the table. You have changed. I think your personality's changed.
John, what a horrible thing to say. How's my personality changed?
Well, I don't know. It's just you used to be fun.
Oh, come on. You used to be fun. I don't think that's very intelligent or productive thing to say. What does that mean, you used to be fun?
Well, look, I don't want all this talk about how it's only me and I've changed and somehow our marriage is different. I think you've changed since the accident. And all I'm trying to do right now really is move up at work and increase our standard of living.
You're saying a million things there, John. I don't believe I've changed. I mean, well, of course, I suppose anybody would change if they'd been through what I've been through.
Yeah.
But I'm through most of it, and my friends haven't noticed that I've changed. No one said anything to me about changing.
No,
They're proud of me. All I ever hear from Stephanie is, well done. Look at the way you're walking. Look at what you're doing.
Sure, I know. I mean, I don't want to take away the effort you made and the recovery that you made. I just want a little credit too. And I guess what I'm trying to say here is, I mean, right back to where we were last week, I don't really know what the problem is. I mean,
The problem is that Rosemary doesn't believe you're paying attention to her. She believes that you, in fact, are avoiding her.
That's right.
so whatever it is, it's my fault.
No. She's observing something different in your behavior. It's not about fault. She's observing that something different about the dynamic between the two of you. Something has changed. She remembers a time when, I guess, most of your life revolved around her and vice versa. And just before, she was talking about how you come home and put on the television or go down in the basement. And maybe it's true, maybe it's not, maybe it's just her perception. But the important thing is she is sensing something different. Do you?
I sense that she's, she wouldn't make it up.
All right.
She wouldn't make it up.
So we can say that Rosemary's feelings or the way she's describing them, that's probably accurate. She feels like you're avoiding her.
Well, I don't feel any different than I did when we were married. I don't.
Okay, well, let's just look at the evidence here. Apparently before, you didn't go down in the basement to do whatever, or you didn't go out in the yard, or is that what you're saying?
Or yes, or he'd say, come, if there was something that he needed to do in the basement, it would be short and quick.
Okay.
It wouldn't be like downstairs and on the phone downstairs then.
Well.
And how about all the phone calls? That's another thing. The phone calls with the hang-ups. I love that.
Oh, no.
But downstairs, he'd go downstairs.
Do you want some Kleenex?
Yeah,
and,
thanks.
And I'd be included. In the backyard, we'd go out in the backyard together. We used to call it walking the back 40. He says, oh, stay there, I'll be right back, and then he's gone out there. And with his cell phone sometimes. I mean, who are you calling? What's up? I mean, work isn't going on.
I don't know about this. I kind of feel like I'm getting picked on here.
Oh, right.
She's making an observation that you're talking on the cell phone at weird times. Is that true?
Hey, I've got obligations. I do get calls. I get calls about work. There's certain things that I have to do. I'm not hiding anything here.
Who calls you at weird hours?
Well, Mike, the district manager calls me.
Okay. Could that be possible?
He didn't used to, but maybe.
Okay.
Well, what do you want me to do? I mean, I'm getting a little tired of this, quite frankly. I mean, I'm coming here. You want to talk about our relationship. I don't think that this is kind of a fair give and take here. I mean, I kind of feel like...
Let me ask you something. Is there something that you think you could do or you'd like to do that would make her feel more cared for? Is there anything you want to do? Do you feel an impulse toward doing something to make her feel more loved?
Well, maybe we can go on a vacation. Maybe we could go on a vacation. Maybe we could take some time off, try and get to know each other again. I mean, maybe there's that. Maybe unconsciously I do feel different since your accident. I mean, I don't know. That's always possible. Maybe the physical difference is somehow... Well, no, don't give me that look. Don't give me that look.
What do you mean the physical differences?
You have changed. You have changed.
Wait a minute. Were you talking about the fact that I can't run anymore? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, look. You have trouble walking.
I don't have trouble walking. I walk fine. I can't run. I can't hop.
You're
My
always-
back hurts.
You're always talking about it. You're always talking about your
I'm
pain.
not.
You groan when you get up. You groan when you sit down. I mean, I try not. I don't yell at you about that, but I notice it. You know what I mean? I notice it. So maybe that's something to do with it. I don't know.
Need somebody around you that doesn't groan?
Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I need to. Hey, you know what? I just feel like you are taking her side here. I feel like the both of you are ganging up on me.
I don't mean to be ganging up on you. That isn't my intention at all. My intention is try to elicit facts, actually, evidence, facts, so that if there's a distortion in the way you see things or a distortion in the way you see things, that we can clarify what's actually happening. So it isn't just a person's sensitive perception. I don't know what the facts are here, which is why I want you to keep talking. I'm hoping you'll stay. I want you to keep talking. It sounds to me like you've not had these discussions before. Am I right?
Well,
He won't talk to me at all.
I wonder if I ought to bring in my own counselor, like a divorce court, you know, and I'd have my guy over here and you can have Dr. Toby over there.
What are you talking about, divorce?
I was just using it as a metaphor. I just, you know.
If you do continue to feel that this is unfair to you, I can make some suggestions for you for a counselor for yourself. I like doing marital counseling. I think things work out better when the two people are together and you have an opportunity to hear what one another is thinking. But if that's absolutely...
Oh, I don't know. I tell you, I've noticed a little bit of change in her just since last week. You've been a little distant, I thought. Had your head poked in a book. You know, I tried to be a little better this week. Get home on time. Seems to me like maybe you've been working on some things maybe this past week. I don't know.
I've been trying. I have been trying, and it doesn't make me distant at all. I'm just feeling a little bit better about myself. I'm trying to. I mean, I know that some of the things you say to me are not true. I know they're not.
Like what?
Well, like the moaning and groaning you say that I make, like the rolling of the eyes, like the always having to walk ahead of me, you know, and the you know, and then pause and turn around and sigh and wait until I catch up.
Well,
All you have to do is walk a little slower. That's all.
when we go to the store, when we go to Home Depot or something, I'm there. I got a list of stuff to get done. That's all. It doesn't make me a bad person.
We used to walk around Home Depot together all the time, laughing, making jokes
Yeah,
about things.
that's true.
Well, things have changed a little bit.
Yeah.
In fact, he's used to walking fast, it seems, and you're not able to walk so fast, right?
Right. Right. No.
So what could you do about a trip to Home Depot then? How could that work for both of you?
Just walk a little slower. And so it takes longer.
Well, maybe his engine doesn't work that way. Maybe he's got an engine that moves quickly, and maybe yours used to too.
Yeah, it did.
And so that it's very frustrating for you not to be able to keep up,
Very.
and he wants to keep going.
Well,
So how could you make that happen?
I could get on the wagon. You could push me. The
yeah,
wagon.
yeah.
What wagon?
That one you talked about last time.
No. I'm
the-
talking about the big, long wagon that they have at Home Depot.
Oh, no, they won't let you,
Right.
they won't let...
That thing.
No, I know you can't.
Yeah.
I know. But you could use a transporter chair.
Yeah. That's
You
that
could
thing
use
you were
it.
talking about?
Yes, yes.
I don't know.
Then he could push you as fast as he wants to go. It's possible, if that's really important, then for now, it seems to me you have to find some sort of a compromise because you're talking about walking activities again, walking in Home Depot. On the other hand, maybe you just don't go on the Home Depot trips. Maybe he does the Home Depot trip, and then after
Well,
that,
I don't like that because he's been doing that a lot. I don't like all the trips, and the trips that are short get longer and longer. Yeah, I'm just gonna run up to the store, honey.
so
I'll be 10 minutes.
You want to go along because you don't believe it's really a Home Depot
What are you
trip.
saying? What are you implying?
That's not true.
No?
Well, partially, John. I want to go. I want to be included. I don't want you going off on Saturday when you're gone for longer than you say you're going to be gone.
That's not deliberate. I have things I have to do. I've got projects. I want to get it done.
Projects? What projects? I mean, don't be ridiculous.
Let's just go back to the Home Depot situation. Just let's look at something specific. I don't know if all of the Home Depots, but the Home Depot near my office has a place in front that usually has some chairs in it. They're showing summer furniture or things of that sort. And so people sit down there. Would it be possible that the two of you go to Home Depot together? You walk with him until you're tired. He continues. You go and sit down.
No, I'm very happy in the flower department, sure. Sure, I could go with him and he could go get his nails and things and I'd walk around the flower department or if I need to get something myself, I can go do that. I'm certainly capable of doing things.
So you don't mean walking up and down the aisles with him?
Not lockstep, no.
Okay, all right. So you just want to
I
be
wanna
there
go. I
and
mean,
you want to go.
He's just off on these errands.
That sounds okay to me. I mean, that sounds okay. That sounds like something we could do.
So from now on, every trip to Home Depot is done together?
That sounds good.
Could be. Sure. I don't see why not.
Okay. Rosemary mentioned at the end of the visit last time, and we only have 5 minutes left, so I don't know whether it's so wise for me to bring it up, but I'm going to anyhow. She noticed that you've become more moody lately. Do you think that's true?
Moody.
Moody. I guess a short temper,
Yes.
impatient.
Short temper, impatient.
Do you think that's true? Is that stress from work? Do you notice that in yourself?
Oh, man. I tell you, I hate to do this, but I've really got some things that I need to think about here. I got some things that maybe I want to say, maybe I don't want to say, but I can't deal with it right now. I just can't deal with it right now.
Oh, come on.
No. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna go. I gotta leave
No,
right now.
this is what you always do. Always do. I'm always begging you not to go. Come on, John. Oh. Come on. Twice in a row. This is what he does. And one of the things that he does, but I mean besides the shortness and the anger, is that he throws things. You saw that today. He throws things at me, in like a throwaway thing.
He just threw something at you?
No, I don't mean a thing.
Oh.
I mean he throws words at me, cruel things, just like, but just saying something ugly and then, or saying something in an angry mode and then bang bang, I don't even know if he said it before I came in or when I was in here, but telling me that I'm slow, making fun of the way I walk, and he tosses it off real fast. Sometimes he tosses it off as a joke, but he did it in here a couple of times, and I can't think of when he did it, but it hurts me like crazy.
Yes.
And I used to stop and make a fuss over every time he did it.
Yes.
Then I just sound like all I do is complain about him.
maybe they really do happen. Maybe in your pain, you really do groan when you're moving around. My response to that would be, so what?
Yeah, right.
So
Well, you're
what?
right. I should have said that.
And well, you're feeling so sensitive and criticized that it wouldn't occur to you to say, so what? So this is my reality right now, and I'm sorry if it bothers you, but I'm getting older, or I have pain, or I'm weak, or whatever it is. But let's talk about you right now. What happened when you called, or did you call your old boss?
I did call, thank you.
And?
I did. We're gonna have lunch, but on the phone he was so positive.
Oh.
I sort of broached it a little bit on the phone, and he was very positive. He didn't say anything, but we're gonna have lunch, and it's I've got great hopes. Let's say I've got great hopes for it. We're going this week.
That's
so,
wonderful.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. Did you tell John?
No, I didn't, and I don't know why I didn't. I didn't tell him. I guess maybe because I don't want to say anything until I'm sure that it's.
But he noticed something different in your behavior this
I heard
week.
him say that. I heard him say that.
What do
I
you
was
think
glad.
that is?
I don't know. Maybe I haven't been as. Maybe I haven't been, and I don't think I am, but maybe I haven't been as clingy as he thought. Maybe been angrier instead. I mean, I have been angrier. I
More direct and stronger?
Yes, yeah, a little bit. I've been saying, I brought up each time the phone rings and somebody hangs up on me. I instead of ignoring it and not saying anything to him, now I'm calling him on that.
He's noticing a difference, and he's just said here, maybe there are some things I want to say, and he's ambivalent about talking about what's on his mind. I'm sorry that he walked out on us, but I think something is going on inside of him. Mm-hmm. I don't know whether he's going to be talking to you this week about what's going on, but I do want to say that if there's a blow up this week, or if anything is going on that you want to come in, or the two of you or whatever, call me so that we can do that.
I will, I promise. That'll be good.